Hey everybody, and welcome to Your Cooking Coach with Nicole Elovitz. Today I'm bringing you taco salad. The reason I'm bringing taco salad is one, the West Coast loves their Mexican food. Two, it's an easy thing to increase your vegetables in with your proteins. And then three, I happen to love taco salad, but what I don't love is all the calories that come along with that horrible, greasy taco bowl, the flour bowl that I think you're all saying, oh, I love those. Well, guess what? That isn't how I got this size, but this taco salad is how I'm going to reduce my size. What I'm doing for you is I'm browning up some mushrooms. We've got 3 cups of mushrooms. We're going to cook those up, and we're actually going to add those into the taco meat that we're going to use for our taco salad. Why are we not using beef? Well, one, it saves about 4 points on the Weight Watchers menu. And then it also, because then we're able to take a 4-serving meat product in a dish and make it 6 because we've added the mushrooms. So we're actually bulking up the protein with a 0-point plus food. And once the mushrooms are completed, they're going to be about this size, cooks down from about 2.5 to 3 cups. Similar to the color that the turkey's going to be in the end after it's cooked, same kind of texture. All it's going to do is bulk it right up. The next thing we'll want to do is we'll want to add a teaspoon of olive oil in order to cook our turkey. Turkey needs a little bit of help. Some of you remember in some of my other shows, I like to buy things with dudes on them. Well, this Bertolli oil has a really handsome man that looks a lot like Fabio. So we're going to take 1 teaspoon and we're going to pour that in. Now, the good thing about this is I want you to understand that when you're cooking on a Weight Watchers meal plan, make sure I get every drop of that oil out of my teaspoon. But look how big a teaspoon is. It's not tiny, I promise. This is the tablespoon. 3 of them equal 3 teaspoons equals a tablespoon. I promise you'll be happy in the end. We turn on the pan, and then what we're going to do is add our Jennie-O turkey. We needed 2 pounds because I'm doubling the recipe. And even if you're not on Weight Watchers and you're just watching your weight or you want to eat more healthfully, turkey's a great way to go. The Biggest Loser has been telling you about this for years. Jennie-O's doing a great job of doing some product placement there. And we, too, are going to do a little product placement for Jennie-O turkey. So basically, we're going to use a wooden spoon. I love wooden spoons. That's going to take about 5 minutes to brown up. We've got it broken up into pieces, and we just want to let that cook beautifully. And as it does, we're also going to add a little garlic. We've got 3 cloves of garlic, all crushed. I actually used a garlic press. Remember, you can just roll the garlic head or smash it on the counter to take those skins right off. And we're just going to put 3 cloves of garlic in with our meat. Since this is double the meat, we actually added 6 cloves of garlic. They were small, but basically that's what we've got here. So we're going to brown this up nicely, and then in about 5 minutes, we'll be ready to add the rest of our sauce. Remember, by adding those mushrooms in, we're going to be able to take this recipe from 4 to 6 servings. So we'll be back in a sec with some beautiful browned meat. Now, as your turkey is cooking in the pan, you're going to notice that you have a lot of release of moisture, and some of it is fat. So I want you to, after it's done browning, turn off the skillet and gently over your sink pour out as you can. I will use my lid to kind of hold the meat in the pan, but I'm going to drain that moisture. One, it's going to make the flavor more concentrated with the sauce I do add in, and 2, some of that extra fat is going to run away. We don't want it. We don't need it. Get out of here. I drained it like I said I was going to, and let me show you what came out. So what we've got here is we've got about just shy of 2/3 cup liquid, but I don't know if you can see this, and of course you all know I only have one camera right now. We've got a good 3/4 of a centimeter layer of fat alone. So the rest is moisture, unnecessary, but I've got a ton of fat that I just poured right off of that meat. So we take the mushrooms that we cooked, and we throw them back in. Now remember, their moisture was cooked out. We waited until we got rid of all that, and then we pour it in. So we're going to mix that nicely into the meat. Now, after that, we're going to start building our sauce, and that's really where the flavor comes from. cumin and chili powder. And then here's something really interesting that I like to do, and it does add 1 point to the recipe, but I gotta tell you, it's gonna add a ton of flavor. I earlier today cooked another recipe. I've got a pot roast in the oven because I never waste a moment. But in that can of whole peeled tomatoes, there was juice. So this recipe should normally call for water, but instead we're gonna use a half a cup. Here we're using a cup because again, I doubled it, of tomato juice. It's gonna add a ton of flavor. And then we've also got a tablespoon. Remember, I'm doing 2, so we got 2 tablespoons of it. This is tomato paste. So what we've got here is an incredible combination that I hate to tell you, you normally buy in a packet, right? You buy the taco meat seasoning. I have to let you know that has got so much sodium in it. You would freak if you actually looked at how much sodium is in there. I don't even want you to look because you'll be so upset. But basically what you've got here is an incredible array of flavor and spices, reducing your calories and reducing your fat, but upping the flavor. So again, we've got a great combo here, and we're just gonna cook this and let it cook for about 5 minutes. If you notice that it's getting a little thick, add a half a cup of water, but that's all you're gonna need or less. Now I want you to know it doesn't really matter how much water you add. You could add a 1/4 cup or half a cup. If you feel it's too saucy, let it cook longer. The water's going to evaporate. It's not going to do anything to your recipe. It's not going to harm it in any way. The key is to have enough moisture in there to let the spices mix with the meat, mix with the mushrooms. The garlic is already in there, and basically it cooks for about 3 to 5 minutes tops, just to let the moisture evaporate and the sauce really just kind of come together with the meat, so you'll have a full and robust. You're going to want to season this with a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, depending on your flavors. You could throw some really hot chili stuff in here. If you wanted to, you could add chilies. You could add chopped jalapenos. I don't do that because I have a 12-year-old and she doesn't want to eat anything spicy. Too spicy! That's what I normally hear. So I'm not going to do that. But what I can tell you is the complete recipe is available on yourcookingcoach.wordpress.com. I encourage you to go and download it, watch this video again if you can remember what kind of sequence things were. But I'm going to keep bringing great ideas into your kitchen right through a webcam. So remember, 1, cook with turkey rather than beef. It's going to reduce the points in the recipe. 2, add the mushrooms. It's going to stretch your protein, and you're going to be able to feed more people with the same amount of protein. And it doesn't increase, in fact, it reduces the points. 3, you're gonna add low point flavors. So you're gonna add tomato juice, you add those spices, and I even add a little bit extra garlic to make sure my yumminess came out. And then also you wanna have some good color and texture. When you read the recipe for the salad that this goes with, you'll notice onions and cucumbers and lettuce and avocado. It's what you want. And then in the end, I want you to know the best thing to do is to take hot meat and mix it with the salad, because when you do that, you're letting the lettuce wilt a little bit. It almost cooks it just slightly, and it's perfect. It's exactly what you want out of a taco salad. And what you don't want is a larger waistline with that horrible, horrible flour bowl they give you. Ugh, disgusting. So stick with me. I'm going to help you every step along the way. When you put the salad together, just so those who are interested, it is an 8-point plus meal. And that includes even the little tortillas that we use almost as croutons. So I wish you luck, I wish you health, and I wish you'd come back and watch. Take care, and we'll see you soon. This is your cooking coach, Nicole Elevitz, saying good eats to all. Take care. Bye-bye.